Welcome to the roof of the world. This is the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, one of the most vast, untouched, and breathtaking natural landscapes on planet Earth. Stretching across thousands of miles of pure, unspoiled wilderness, this land exists at the highest average elevation of any plateau on the globe. A majestic natural sanctuary shaped by millions of years of geological movement and natural evolution. What you are witnessing now is pure nature. Unmodified and unhurried. There are no busy cities, no noisy crowds, only the quiet dialogue between sky, land, wind, and light. The air here is thin and clean, making every ray of sunlight clearer, every cloud more three-dimensional, and every distant mountain outlined more sharp and holy. Dots from this overlooking perspective. We can feel the grand scale of the plateau. The land unfolds endlessly toward the horizon, gentle and vast, neither exaggerated nor aggressive, but carrying a powerful sense of stability and tranquility. This is the unique charm of high-altitude naturette. Comes every restless thought and brings pure peace to the mind. Above the plateau is a special shade of blue. It is not the bright blue of low-altitude coastal areas, but a deep, saturated, crystal blue, layered and distant, as if connecting directly with the universe. White clouds float slowly and lazily across the sky, their shadows gently sliding over the flat plateau land, creating endless dynamic changes on the silent earth. That as the camera slowly moves forward, the entire plateau landscape unfolds frame by frame. Rolling gentle hills extend in all directions, covered with faint traces of plateau vegetation, presenting a soft tone of primitive vitality. This is one of the last pure natural reserves on Earth, maintaining the most authentic ecological appearance of nature. Wind is the most frequent visitor here. It blows gently across the vast land, passing through every inch of grass and every distant mountain ridge. Although we cannot see the wind directly, we can feel its existence through the floating clouds, the trembling vegetation, and the subtle changes of light and shadow on the ground in this hour of opening scenery. We simply immerse ourselves in the grandeur of the plateau. No rush, no interruption, just pure visual enjoyment and spiritual relaxation. This is why the Qinghai Tibet Plateau is known as the most healing natural landscape in the world that lets people return to the simplest state of feeling nature. Now our lens focuses on the most stunning landscape of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, the eternal snow-capped mountains, and ancient glaciers, distributed all over the high-altitude plateau. These snow mountains stand quietly for thousands of years, witnessing the changes of seasons and the flow of time, becoming the most solemn symbol of the plateau. On the mountain peaks is pure white all year round, never polluted, never faded, under the washing of strong plateau sunlight. The snow surface shines with soft and holy light, From a distance, the white snow peaks are embedded in the deep blue sky, forming the most classic and shocking color contrast in nature. Clean and extremely powerful. Different from the steep and dangerous peaks of other mountain ranges. Most plateau snow mountains present a grand and tolerant posture. Their ridges stretch continuously, layer upon layer, far into the horizon, making people truly feel the vastness and magnificence of nature. Standing in front of these snow mountains, human beings can clearly perceive the smallness of individual life and the greatness of natural creation. Glaciers are the most precious treasures of the snow mountains, formed by the accumulation and compression of snow over tens of thousands of years. The glaciers retain the traces of ancient time. The ice layer is crystal clear, with natural texture and cold luster, frozen with the most primitive appearance of the earth. Under the influence of high altitude, strong wind, and temperature difference, the surface of glaciers forms unique natural lines and cracks. These natural traces are irregular and unique, like natural carvings left by time, presenting a wild and pure beauty that cannot be created by any human craft. When sunlight hits the glaciers at different angles, the ice surface will reflect diverse light and shadow changes. Sometimes it is bright silver white, sometimes it is light blue and transparent, and under the backlight it will present a faint hazy glow. Every minute and every second of the snow mountain glacier scenery is changing, unique and unrepeatable. Surrounding the snow peaks are rolling mountain ridges covered with residual snow. The junction of snow and earth forms natural undulating lines, soft and powerful. The distant mountains are covered with light mist, hazy and distant, adding a sense of mystery and ethereality to the entire snow mountain group. There is almost no noise in the snow mountain area. The world here is extremely quiet. Only the sound of the wind passing through the mountain valleys. This extreme silence is a unique experience brought by high-altitude snow mountains. It isolates all the noise of the world and makes people hear the most peaceful voice of nature. Throughout this hour, we walk through the snow, mountains, and glaciers of the plateau, feeling the purity and eternity of alpine scenery. These snow-capped peaks standing on the roof of the world are not only leaving the snow mountain glaciers, our lens comes to the water scenery of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. known as the Water Tower of Asia. The plateau is dotted with countless alpine lakes, rivers, and wetlands, forming the most gentle and vivid landscape of this high-altitude land. Plateau lakes are famous for their extreme purity. The lake water comes from snowmelt, water of snow mountains and glacial filtered by layers of mountains and soil without any industrial pollution. The water quality is clear and transparent, reaching the highest level of natural purity on the earth. Under the plateau sky, the lake water presents magical and changeable colors. The lake surface is bright blue, the same color as the sky, forming a perfect mirror of sky and water, making people unable to distinguish the boundary between heaven and earth. When the cloud shadow covers the lake surface, the blue will turn into dark cyan, quiet and deep, like a gem embedded in the plateau. Wilderness. The lake surface is often calm and waveless without the disturbance of strong wind. The water surface is as smooth as a polished mirror, completely reflecting the blue sky, white clouds, snow mountains, and distant ridges. The inverted landscape in the water is exactly the same as the real scene on the ground, forming a symmetrical and dreamlike visual effect, just like a fairyland on earth. Around the lake are vast wetland meadows. The soil here is moist and fertile, growing unique plateau herbaceous plants. The vegetation is low and dense, laying a soft green blanket on the edge of the lake. In the seasons of vigorous growth, the green meadow, blue lake water, and white cloud sky form a fresh and healing natural picture. Small streams and rivers meander from the snow mountains to the lakes. The running glacial meltwater is clear and sweet, flowing slowly through the plateau valleys, nourishing every inch of land along the way. The running water brings vitality to the quiet plateau, making the vast wilderness no longer desolate, but full of gentle life atmosphere. And shadow change constantly on the lake surface. With the slow movement of the sun and clouds, the light spots on the water surface jump and flow gently. Occasionally, a slight breeze blows, rippling the calm lake surface, breaking the complete reflection and blooming layers of fine water ripples, soft and gentle. The plateau water scenery is different from the magnificent sea and the winding rivers in low-altitude areas. It is quiet, introverted, and pure, hiding the most gentle power of nature in the vast hill-to-tube wilderness. Every lake here is a pure water source nurtured by the plateau, maintaining the ecological balance of the entire high-altitude region. In this Sawa landscape, we feel the soft vitality of the plateau. The snow mountains give the plateau grandeur, and the lakes and rivers give the plateau tenderness. The integration of rigidity and softness constitutes the most complete and beautiful natural appearance of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. In the final hour of our journey, we focus on the plateau grassland, the changing sunset, light, the flowing cloud scenery, and the quiet transition from day to night. Experiencing the most gentle and romantic time of the roof of the world. The plateau grassland stretches endlessly, covering most of the gentle terrain of the plateau. Different from the lush, dense grass of low-altitude grasslands, the plateau grassland grows tenaciously in hot, low-temperature and strong ultraviolet environment. The grass is short and tough, with primitive and vigorous vitality, clinging firmly to the land of the plateau. Under the sunlight, the grassland presents layered color changes. The sunlit area is bright emerald green. Full of vitality, the shadow area covered by cloud is dark green and quiet. The alternation of light and shadow shuttles over the grassland with the movement of clouds, making the vast grassland dynamic and vivid all the time as time goes by. The plateau sunset begins to spread over the wilderness. The sunlight no longer presents the bright white of noon, but turns into warm golden orange and soft pink. The entire sky is dyed with gentle sunset colors, covering the grassland, lakes, and distant snow mountains with a layer of warm light. The sunset light slants on the ground, stretching the shadows of distant mountains and grassland textures. The outline of everything becomes soft and hazy, and the grand plateau landscape becomes warm and romantic in the sunset. The golden light spreads all over the wilderness, making every inch of the land glowing with gentle luster. The clouds in the sunset sky are the most gorgeous scenery of the plateau. The original pure white clouds are dyed orange, pink, and purple by the sunset. Layered and gorgeous, the clouds float slowly in the sky, changing their shapes freely, sometimes like rolling waves, sometimes like soft flocculent, magnificent and unrestrained. With the gradual sinking of the sun, the sunset color fades slowly, and the sky transitions from warm color to cold blue. The horizon presents a faint gradient color, from light orange to deep blue, completing the most beautiful natural transition of day and night. The entire plateau gradually returns to tranquility, and the noise of nature fades away. After night falls, the plateau sky becomes more clear and deep, without the obstruction of urban light and air pollution. The sky is pure dark blue, quiet and distant. The wind of the night plateau blows gently, bringing the coolness of high altitude, guarding the peaceful night of the vast wilderness. Looking back at the 4-hour journey, the grand snow mountains, pure glaciers, clear lakes, gentle grasslands, and the gorgeous day and night transition of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. This land, located on the roof of the world, retains one of the most complete and pure natural ecosystems on the earth. It is quiet but not desolate, vast but not cold, primitive but full of vitality. Every ray of sunlight, wisp of cloud, every mountain, and every water here is the most precious gift of nature. This is the charm of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau Latte reviewer, who immerses in it, healing, get and shock from the purest nature. Thank you for watching this 4-hour pure landscape journey of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. May this vast and pure natural scenery bring you peace and relaxation in your busy life.